Hello everybody, Chris here. I am downtown Modesto. Today is New Year's Eve. It is December 31st. 2024 is about to rear its head. I'm here by a mural downtown Modesto that's kind of showing some points of interest about Modesto. We are definitely started out as a farming agricultural community. Of course, that's still a part of Modesto. George Lucas and the cruising culture was sort of American graffiti is a part of our history because George Lucas was born here. And of course, here's some California poppies, rolling hills, a beautiful mural. And this, of course, is the famed Modesto Arch, Water Wealth, Contentment, Health. And it's right over here, right behind me. It says Modesto, Water Wealth, Contentment, Health, somewhere in the 19-somethings, 20s, I think, that arch was put up. Famously, the city of Modesto put it in the paper for our town to pick the town slogan. Our arch says Water Wealth, Contentment, Health. The paper wanted to find out what should be on there, and the winning slogan was "Nobody's got Modesto's goat," to which the city officials said, no, it's Water Wealth, Contentment, Health. So that's what's on our arch. Of course, lots of things to see and do here in downtown Modesto. I'm gonna walk around downtown and talk a little bit about why I make these videos. Why in the world did I start making YouTube videos? Crossing over the musical notes here on 10th Street, because this is the Gallo Center for the Arts right in downtown Modesto. Been able to see a few shows here. In 2024, we released 104 videos on our little YouTube channel. We've received some subscribers, but we don't get a lot of subscribers. Right now, New Year's Eve, we have 243 of you that subscribe. About 50 of you watch the videos, and about half of that watch the whole video, which I know is kind of a thing on YouTube. Why do I keep it up? Why are we doing this thing? Here at the Gallo, in the last couple of years, they've installed this cool, they call it the Music Garden. It's just like a little place you can come and do stuff, bang on some things and make some noise. Every now and again there's a performance out here. We get in ruts, and I found that making these little videos, which actually I started out just kind of mimicking some people that I watch on YouTube, because we have become avid YouTube watchers. And so I started out kind of just mimicking them. In fact, my very first video that I made as a joke for Amy when I was on a trip to Columbus, Ohio. I was on a trip and I was like, hey, I'll make a video like this guy that we watch and send them every day to Amy as kind of a travel log for while I'm gone, so she could see what I'm doing. And I had a lot of fun doing that. Okay, cool. They got the fountain going over here. As is stated up there on the edifice, this is the McHenry Museum, but it wasn't always the McHenry Museum. The McHenrys, a very prominent family in the establishment of Modesto as a community, donated this building to the city as a library. And you can kind of see up there on the wall there, they've got books represented. This was the original Modesto library, and now, since we have a newer library, bigger library built, this became the McHenry Museum. And we'll have to bring you here someday, do a little video about the McHenry Museum. They've got some cool exhibits in there and some art made out of human hair. So being an avid YouTube watcher, having discovered all the fun things you can see on there and people that are uploading and making videos of fun places, there was something that was awakened in me right around the time that we started, and that is a love of roadside attractions, particularly quirky roadside attractions, theme parks, and amusement parks. And as a matter of fact, in this last year, Amy and I have been going into therapy, and in our therapy sessions, I discovered some of the reasons for that. Of course, I'm not gonna talk about that here, but there's some deep connections in my childhood to theme parks and travel and road trips that go pretty deep for me. I forget what this park is called, but this statue here is called the Paper Boy, and somebody has put, it looks like a Denver Broncos hat on the Paper Boy. So there he is, throwing his paper, throwing the Modesto Bee. That's the name of our newspaper, the Bee. I don't really ever notice that that's kind of funny. Our paper is called the Bee. Why is it called the Bee? I don't know. But maybe it has something to do with agriculture, because we need bees for the almond blossoms. I don't know. Anyway, somebody put a hat on him. Speaking of roadside attractions, this is probably Modesto's most famous attraction. It's an old house built in the 1800s, and this is the McHenry Mansion, of course, built by the McHenry family, who donated the McHenry Library. Oh, that's the newer library. It's big library over there. The McHenry Museum, donated by the McHenry family, and of course, the McHenry Mansion, built by the McHenry family. And we'll have to take you through there. I've posted some pictures and some short stuff about the mansion, but it might be nice sometime to do a little deeper dive on the McHenry Mansion. This is a free attraction. You can go in here for free. They're open 3 days a week for tours, and you don't have to pay a cent. You can just go in, and they've got it all decked out like it would have been back when it was built. It's newly restored. They had a fire here a few years ago, and it's all freshly redone and beautiful in there. I'm an activity director for people with mental illness. I'm a pastor of a church. I also work directly with my wife and some friends, and we still have a nonprofit that we run together. And I find that keeping my eye open for stuff to do, things to be a part of, things that are happening in the community, and making these little videos kind of feeds the other part of my life. I wear, a few different hats, but all those hats share some things in common. In fact, my son Sam said one time, I think for every part of your life, you are an activity director. And it's kind of true. This, of course, is the historic State Theater. It's an old theater that's been restored here in downtown Modesto. Great place to visit. And they are always having great events and showing different movies. They show some of the independent films, some of the movies that don't make it to the multiplex. You can find them here at the State. Modesto is a city of murals, and they grow more and more every year. Of course, this is the Deuce Coupe, featured on American Graffiti. The sign there says Modesto Graffiti. This is done by a local artist, Phasm, who is amazing. Like today, I'm down here in downtown Modesto. I just saw a couple murals that I've never seen before. And this week at work, I'm going to be taking our people on a Modesto mural art tour. And so now I have an idea of some new places to take them, some new murals that they can see, get their pictures in front of. And that's fun. One thing feeds the other. Here's the new one I've never seen. Cows, pigs, chickens, butterflies, some kind of caterpillar flying through the air on the back of that building. That's cool. I could make a video of the mural art tour. That would be fun. Let's do that sometime. In reality though, I do it for me. I do it because it's a way that I figured out to play, to enjoy some weekends, to enjoy some travel, and to get my creative juices flowing. It's a hobby that I'm still sort of learning how to do and craft. It's some memories I can make with my family and with friends, and yeah, I do it for me. And speaking of play, this is a brand new place that we're gonna have to check out. Maybe they'll let us film a little inside there too. This is the brand new Modesto Children's Museum. It looks amazing. Wanted to get a better shot of their logo here. The Modesto Children's Museum. This is so neat. The other thing that these videos do is they push me. They push me to do things that I normally wouldn't do. I am a pretty timid person on the inside. I know I seem like an extrovert, but really I'm an introvert, and I also don't like to be uncomfortable. And there have been a few times where this year making these videos has made me do something that normally I would never have done. I won't spoil it, but there's a whole alleyway full of murals down there, and it goes around the corner, and there's a lot more on the other side. And remember what I was telling you before about the city trying to have our slogan be "Nobody's got Modesto's goat." That's where the goat comes from in this restaurant, but it's called Ralston's Goat because originally the city of Modesto was supposed to be called Ralston. That's what we wanted to name it. Some muckety muck, his name was Mr. Ralston, and they wanted to name Modesto after Mr. Ralston. And he said, "Oh no, you can't name the town after me. Call it something else. I don't want it named after me." And so they called the town Modesto, modest, because Mr. Ralston was too modest to have his name name the town. So Ralston's Goat. Nobody's got Modesto's goat, and we don't call it Ralston. Southern Pacific Railroad station there. That's the old train station for the town. However, it's not the train station anymore. It's the bus depot. Our train station is out in another part of town now. And here we are back where we started. We love Modesto. We're going to show you some things this year around Modesto. We love California. We're going to keep exploring California and show you some things around California. We love this quirky country of ours and all the creative people that make it a quirky and interesting place to live. In fact, this is a mural dedicated to our baseball team. We used to be the Modesto A's, and we had another vote sponsored by the paper for what we should call our team, and this time the will of the people won out, and that is the Modesto Nuts. So we went from the A's, way back in the day we were the Cardinals I think, to the A's, and now the Modesto Nuts. We're gonna keep going in 2024. We're gonna keep finding interesting things that we enjoy. Hopefully you'll enjoy them too. We're gonna keep making some memories together. We're gonna keep it going. The only thing left to say is show the cats.